Simplified explanation of Surah Al-Imran, verse 149. O you who have believed, if you obey those who disbelieve, they will turn you back on your heels, and you will be losers. Summary of the interpretation of Surah Al-Imran verse 149. This verse warns believers against following disbelievers or responding to their calls that lead them astray from the religion of God, especially during times of weakness and hardship. Disbelievers and hypocrites may exploit moments of turmoil and fear to sow doubt in a believer's faith or to call them to abandon the path of God and rely on others. This warning was revealed after the Muslims suffered a defeat at the Battle of Uhud, when some hypocrites and the weak called for abandoning the religion or seeking protection and aid from the enemies of the Muslims. God Almighty clarified that obeying disbelievers in such matters leads to straying from the truth and loss in this world and the hereafter. The verse teaches us that when a believer is afflicted with difficulties, he does not seek help from the enemies of the religion, but remains steadfast in his faith and turns to his Lord, because true victory and help come only from God. Simplified interpretation of Surah Al-Imran, verse 150. But Allah is your protector, and He is the best of helpers. Summary of the interpretation of Surah Al-Imran verse 150. After warning the believers against obeying and relying on the disbelievers, Allah clarifies that the true helper and protector who manages their affairs is Allah alone. The believer does not turn to the enemies of his religion for protection or victory, but rather trusts in his Lord and adheres to his path. While some people may offer apparent assistance or support, true and complete victory comes only from Allah, for it is a victory accompanied by divine support, guidance, and tranquility. If Allah grants victory to His believing servants, their small numbers or limited resources will not harm them. The verse reminds the believers that the strength of the disbelievers is not what determines matters. Allah is capable of instilling fear and terror in the hearts of their enemies, thus weakening their power, no matter how numerous or wealthy they may be. Therefore, it was incumbent upon the believers to rely on God and trust in His victory, for He is the best of those who take care of His servants and the best of those who give them victory.